will be answering one question.
Just one.
So for this vlog, we will be answering only one question, but this is the question that we always answer.
Well, you do.
Yeah, I do. I actually do. Like,
okay, let's
every
ask the
single
question.
day. So the question is, why we don't have maid? So why we don't have domestic helper, even though we live in Hong Kong?
So in Hong Kong, the population is about just over 7 million. Most are Chinese, ethnic Chinese, about 95% are ethnic Chinese. But there's a good percentage of the population. So we just checked, it's just under 5% are either Indonesian or Filipino.
Filipinos.
And most of those ones are going to be domestic helpers. So people who work as maids in the household.
Yeah.
So that's 1 in 20, almost 1 in 20 people who live here in Hong Kong are work here as a maid or a domestic helper. So why don't we have one?
Because we are full-time parents.
We've got 6 reasons.
We got 6 reasons why we don't have helpers. So I think the top reasons here.
So we'll do the 6 reasons. So the 6 reasons will be: we're full-time parents, our tradition, we want our independence, our privacy, the cost, and our values for our children. So we're going to do it one by one. So let's start off with we're full-time parents.
Full-time parents. So if you are a first time here watching our blog, Jess and I doesn't work, and we take care of our children full-time 24/7. So and if you are new here, we have 2 toddlers, so it's really difficult looking after 2
Where
toddlers.
Are they? Where are our children?
But we have lots of we have few helpful friends. So sometimes we take a break and we give them to our friends if they are free. But yeah, the top reason is because Jess and I doesn't work, which is something really lucky, because not all parents have the choice to take a break from work like that. So yes, we take care of our children.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2, tradition. So I'm from the UK and Michelle's from the Philippines.
You're wiggling your chair.
Wiggling my chair, sorry.
Yeah.
So in the UK, it's not normal. You'd have to be very rich or be, I don't know, royalty or something like that to have servants at home, or to have a nanny or anything like that. So it's not part of my family's tradition or my background. To have somebody living in the house is it's not tradition.
24/7.
Not used to.
Living someone in your house 24/7.
And in the Philippines, it's the same, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not the same unless you are rich. But you can hire like someone who can wash your clothes and just pay her whenever he's finished, and she can go.
In the UK as well, maybe you'd have someone who maybe pay someone come once a week to come do the cleaning or something like that.
Yeah.
Or somebody maybe pay once a week to come do the garden, something like that. But to have a full-time living person looking after the children, looking after all the cleaning, that's not our tradition.
Yeah, so. But also that's not the rules here, because if you want to hire a helper, you have to have them full-time here. And
okay, number 3.
Independence.
Yeah, independence.
Independence. I think because we don't work and we are here, so we let our children teach them do their things. Like if you have a helper, of course they will do everything for your children. They will also do cooking, washing clothes and everything. But for us, we're teaching, like even for Peter, he can do little things now. Like when we told him to tidy, he will do tidy, but he wants his song. Like he wants to do tidying, but he wants his tidy up song, something like that.
The clean up song on the internet.
Yeah, but if you have a helper, of course she will do her job and do the cleaning and everything, and that's something maybe a little bit negative for other children, because they will not learn how to tidy up their own toys, something like that. And even for Peter now and Felix, whenever we said okay, go bedtime, go and brush your teeth, they will do that, not unless they cannot reach their toothbrush. They can do that on their own, so they are they're starting to be independent.
Yeah, so if you have the full-time person looking after the children, then maybe they'll do everything.
Yeah,
do
they
all the
do.
cleaning
They
up,
will do everything.
do all the dressing the children, and so so the children take longer to get used to
Yeah.
to doing their own thing.
Yeah, because for Peter's 3 years old now, and I feel like he's really independent now. Even like after we bath him, I just wipe him dry and then said, "Go and get your clothes," and he will do it. So yeah, I think that's one of the reason we want our children to be early as possible to be independent.
Okay, next reason.
And reason number 4, Jess will
Privacy. Yeah, privacy. So we have a big, surprisingly, we have
Surprisingly.
our home is actually quite big by Hong Kong standards.
Yeah.
So it's well, we're just around about 700 square feet, which sounds tiny if you're coming from the UK or from the
America.
US or Australia especially, but for Hong Kong this is quite a big place. We have 3 bedrooms, proper bedrooms, plus we have 1 small room which Michelle uses for her baking equipment,
Yeah.
but that would normally be used for the domestic helper. If we had a domestic helper, that'd be the room which is designed for her.
Yeah.
So it has no windows, it has an air conditioner, and it's about the size of a single bed, the whole room. So you can just about squeeze in. However, so that means that if we were to have somebody living here with us as a domestic helper, you always there, always present. You can't really hide. You can't really.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like. I wouldn't be able to wander around wearing just my underwear, so like I do sometimes.
Or wearing just our pajama,
Yeah.
Something like
Always
that.
have to get so you
Yeah.
lose the freedom because if there is a lady who's not part of the family who might be in the kitchen or the living room, then it feel a bit awkward. We'll be able to rush out to pick up. Always have to have the clothes on and things like that,
Yeah.
and we won't be able to have any. We'd have to. I don't know. Yeah.
Romantic nights.
Romantic nights, yeah.
Yeah.
It would just feel. Although on the other hand, I suppose we would have more free time because we'd be able to say, take the boys out now.
Yeah.
So, but-
You can do your things that you wanted to do because someone will be looking after your children. But in the other side, it's also feel like weird for us.
Yeah,
Now, I know a lot of my not a lot of my friend, a lot of here has helper, but
So you're
for
used to
us
it.
being weird.
Yeah. If you're used to always having
Yeah.
when you've been growing up, if you're always used to having a helper,
That's normal.
then you're used to it. But for us, it's not. We're not used to it. So it'd be it'd feel weird to have in such a small home.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is quite big by Hong Kong standards. And to always have someone there, no, we wouldn't feel that we were able to be ourselves.
Yeah.
So much. Okay,
Yeah.
next one. Cost. Okay, cost is this is it's not such a big one because what's the salary, darling, for current salary?
The current salary, I'm not so sure, but I think it's about 4,600 Hong Kong dollars. I'm
It's
not
gone up.
sure.
It used to be 4,000.
Yeah, it used to be 4,000 like about 5 years ago. But then when I started, because I worked before, it's gonna be a different story. But before, when I came here 2010, the salary was 3,880.
Okay, but let's say it's now
So,
around
yeah.
about 4,500. I think maybe it's a bit less, but let's say
Yeah.
4,500 Hong Kong dollars per month. That's about 450 pounds, UK pounds per month, or about maybe 6,500 US dollars. Sorry, 650, not 6,000, 650 US dollars per month. So it's not a massive amount.
Yeah.
But
No tax. You don't have to pay
yeah.
tax for your helpers if you hire them.
yeah, do you have to take out insurance, health insurance?
You get you get insurance. It depends on what do you want to buy a plan, but it's a must for your helper to have insurance, I think, but you don't have to pay tax.
So the total cost isn't a crazy price, but as we're not working, it's a price which when we can look after our children, it's a price which we don't need to pay at present. We need to try and save our money for other things, so we can continue to enjoy being parents.
Yeah, but for 4,500 Hong Kong dollars, it's actually quite cheap because someone will be looking after you 24/7. Like
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true. From
because
first thing in the
like
morning.
yeah, first thing in the morning, and also it's gonna be a big help. For example, if you are a working mom in US and or UK or Australia, after work you still come back with a messy house. Of course, you still do the cleaning and then fed your child, put them to bed. But if you are here as a full time working moms, I think it should be a little bit easier for you because when you come back home, the house is okay, the children are fed, yeah, and also your dinner is ready, something like that.
But
Yeah.
this is something which we'll include on our future vlog when you talk about your life as being a domestic helper.
yeah.
So maybe you'll tell them about what your typical day used to be back then.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that as well. One of our story time.
Okay, so the last one is our values.
Our values. What's our values?
Oh, our values. Okay, what we meant by this
Yeah.
is we want. Okay, although there's some, well, we've got some good friends who are helpers, but when with the children growing up, we want them to learn our values, my values and Michelle's values.
Yeah.
So when you have a third adult who's taking care of the children, then of course they're going to have their own opinions or their own way of doing things or their own thoughts, and so that will
be converted to
to
her.
the children will of course will take that as well. So as the children are so young, as they're growing up, we want them to I don't know to take my opinions and your opinions
Yeah,
first.
to look up to us as well, not someone's like also different to ours, something like that. Like of course, if we have a helper and we work full time, they will be their values will be into more on the adults that they are always in every single day.
So some children in Hong Kong, they spend more time with their helper than they do with either their parents.
Yeah, a lot, because a lot of here, not criticizing, but a lot of here in Hong Kong, most of the parents here are full time working full time, and a lot of the children here been taken care by the helpers. So yeah, from the time they woke up until bed night, something like that. So
maybe the parents might be working late, might only see their parents very late at night.
Yeah,
so.
but not criticizing. It's their choice. That's their choice, of course, and this is our choice.
And we're lucky.
And we're very lucky because we're very lucky that we have this choice. But yeah.
And so what we got from this? We're really enjoying. Well, I'm really enjoying.
Yeah, we also
watching
enjoying
watching the children grow up,
because they grew up very fast, and you cannot turn that back, which is really true. That we are very lucky to see our children, our first steps, first food, something like
first
that.
words.
So we're very lucky, and not all parents can experience that because of course they work full time. But we are very lucky.
And we're very close. I think maybe I'm lucky that the boys. Well, of course, all boys are close with their mother usually, but the boys are very close with me as well.
Yeah, Jess has a it's not typical, I think, not typical, but it's not so normal that children are more clingy on their parent. But Jess has incredible
Connection
bond with the boys, like really incredible compared to other children. Like most of the children are more on to mommy, but especially like, who do you want to go to, mommy or daddy? Daddy.
No, but sometimes
mommy, but we are equal. But
yeah.
But most of the children, I'm sure, not most, but a lot of children, I'm sure that who you want to sleep with, mommy or daddy, I'm sure they will choose mommy.
Because
but
maybe most children spend more time
with
their
mother.
Yeah. And wouldn't it be terrible if it'd be mummy, daddy, or helper, and they choose helper?
Yeah, some of the children, which is I find it sad. I really find it sad for the other parents, and sometimes the other mom get angry to the helper, which is shouldn't be, because you let them work for you, you let them take care of your children, and then the children and the helper has a strong bond, and now that because they have that strong bond, they choose helper over their mother, but the mother will get angry to the helper, which is something wrong. But a lot of those happening here, which is not really good. It's your, but of course, but yeah, I feel sad about it. Like, I really feel sad about it.
Anyway, so that's our thing about why we don't have a helper. And as we said, we're going to do, or you're going to mostly do the story about what it's like to be a domestic helper in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions to ask Michelle, she's the expert. Please
Not the expert, but yeah. So I work here before as domestic helper.
Don't tell them all the
So
story.
I'm gonna tell you the story next time, next vlog. So I'm gonna do that on one of our story time vlogs.
And
So
if you have
stay tuned
any
for
questions to know about it, yeah, please write it down below.
that. Yeah, just comment down below here in this video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, please subscribe to us. We're very close to 1,000 subscribers.
Yes!
And when
Oh.
we get to 1,000, then you get a special treat. Then you
So today I turn 960. Oh no, 990. Sorry.
990?
990. So I only need 10 more subscribers
Oh, dear.
to reach 1,000 subscribers. So if you are not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It means a lot to us. So thank you.
Right, but you get a special treat.
Yeah, we're gonna have a special treat. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
So
that's it.
anyway, thank you very much for watching. See you all next week. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.